Thank you for coming. Thanks for your work, Masashi-kun. Your shift is over. You can leave now. Oh, it's already time? All right then, I'll see you again, sir. My name is Masashi Suzuki, 19 years old, and I'm a student learning programming at an IT technical school. I work part-time at a convenience store, and right now I'm on my way home from it. I'm living a pretty busy life with my studies and work, but it's really fun and fulfilling. I'm home! Welcome back, son. I got home and found my dad chilling in the living room watching TV. Dad, you opened 4 bottles of beer already? You're gonna become fat! Cut me some slack, son. It's my only way of releasing my stress from work. He's my dad. Fumiya, 53 years old. He's a section manager at a manufacturing company. He used to work till late before, but I guess because he's now at a pretty good position, he comes home at a fixed time every day and doesn't go to work on weekends. He didn't really get along with my mom, though. They had a divorce and my mom left when I was 10 years old. I missed her a lot back then, but she lives pretty close and I still see her from time to time.
Welcome home, Masashi-kun.
This right here is my stepmom, Satoko-san. I'm pretty sure she's 50 years old. She came and joined our family when I was 13, and to be completely honest, I don't really like her. Even though I know that she's my stepmom and not my real mom, I guess deep down inside of me, I don't want to consider her my mother. But it's not only that. She seems like she's putting on this act, trying to look like a good wife, which my dad doesn't seem to notice. When I was 14, I told my father about how I was feeling towards her, but you're just not used to her, that's all. You're hitting puberty right now too, so that's why. And he just dodged my question. I guess it can't be helped because she always has her act on in front of my dad.
You must be tired. Do you want to eat dinner now?
I'm good. They gave me a bento from the convenience store today.
All right then. Oh, honey, there was this new bag that came out the other day and I really want it. Can I have it?
Of course you can. You're always helping us by doing housework.
Really? Wow, I love you so much, honey.
Come on, can you not do that in front of me? And how many times are you gonna ask for a bag, man? Satoko-san loves high-brand bags and clothes, and she's always asking my dad to buy them for her. Honestly, my dad's salary must be really good, and it's all his money, so I don't have a right to say anything about how he spends it. I didn't even have to get a student loan to go to my technical school, so there's really no inconvenience whatsoever. But I really don't feel comfortable. I want to start living alone. It's really fun living with my dad, but I just want to stay away from Satoko-san at all cost. I'm thinking of living alone once I graduate from my technical school. That's why I'm working hard doing part-time jobs. To be honest, my dad will probably pay for me if I asked him, but I don't want to do that because it's basically doing the same thing as Satoko-san. I want to try and take care of myself as much as possible. I'm starting to feel a little tipsy and sleepy. I think I'm gonna go to bed now.
Oh, all right then. I'll go to sleep once I'm done with cleaning the house.
Thank you. Good night to you too, Masashi. Good night. My dad went upstairs to his bedroom. I decided to go to my room too, so I stood up, and that's when Satoko-san stopped me.
Masashi-kun, I'm sorry, but can you clean all these up for me, please?
What?
I'm feeling super exhausted today. I'll do the dishes, so I want you to do the laundry, okay?
The dishes? There's literally a dishwasher for that.
The laundry is being dried outside, by the way.
What? It's already night. Why is it still outside?
It completely slipped my mind. I'm really sorry. Anyway, good night.
Ever since my mom left, I started doing housework instead of my dad, who's been busy with work, so I don't really mind doing it, but the thing is, Satoko-san doesn't do any of it, even though she's a housewife. She has a robot clean the floor for her and even calls in a cleaning company twice a month and makes them clean the bathroom and sink. All she really does is cook, but honestly, a lot of the time she buys ready-made food or orders food from restaurants. Wait, what? How are there so many clothes today? I guess she was saving it all up. There was a bunch of clothes on the drying rack today. She just apologizes but doesn't mean it at all. She never actually fixes any of the things she says she'll fix. She even asks me to cook dinner when I don't have work and come home early, like I really have to get out of here soon. I was thinking about that, and on the next day, Masashi, can I have a word with you real quick? What's up, Dad? My dad called me with a really concerned look on his face. I don't really know how to tell you this, but wait. He had this exact same look when he had a divorce with Mom. Maybe he's gonna divorce Satako-san too? You might call me evil for being happy about my dad getting a divorce. But if it's true, I will be really, really happy. I was really hoping to hear him say that, but what he said next was much more problematic than when he told me about divorcing my mom. I only have a year left to live. What? Apparently I have cancer. I went to the complete medical checkup the other day and the results came in today. Stop! Don't be joking about that kind of stuff, Dad. You look really healthy and normal. I couldn't believe it either, but apparently it's grown to a pretty big size now. Are you serious? Yeah. But you'll be cured, right? I mean, the modern medical technology can fix it, right? Of course, I'll do my best to beat the cancer, but I wanted to let you know just in case, all right? It's gonna be fine. Dad, you don't have to be so pessimistic. You're right. I'm sorry about that. All right then. I have to go study now, so I ran up to my room and just dove into my bed. Are you serious? Dad's only got 1 year left to live? I cried as I pushed my face into the pillow so that nobody would hear me. And since that day, he started going to the hospital regularly, and his fat beer belly has started to become more and more slim. He still kept going to work, but he had to take days off, so he decided to take a long break from work. He did consider early retirement, but with the hope of coming back one day, he decided to just take a long leave. But honestly, that might be unrealistic as of now. His condition keeps deteriorating, and it's been 6 months now since finding out about his cancer, and he's finally hospitalized. Hey, Dad, how are you feeling? I feel pretty good today. All right, let's go outside and have a walk. I helped him on the wheelchair and got out of the room when I heard a woman's voice calling me from behind.
Masashi! Fumiya!
Huh? Ayumi? You've come to see me again?
Yeah, I mean, I like talking to Fumiya too, you know.
Her name is Ayumi. She's also 19 years old, and she's my childhood friend. She's really close with my mom and dad, too. She heard about my dad and comes to the hospital to see him almost every day. Ayumi-chan, thanks for coming here again.
Not a problem. Oh, by the way, I brought the book you were talking about.
Huh? What book are you guys talking about?
The book your dad likes. It just got to the bookstore today.
After she graduated high school, Ayumi started working at a bookstore. My dad likes books too, so they get along talking about them. But sometimes I get left out of their conversation. I would have got it for you if you just told me.
It's fine. Plus, this is a pretty niche book, so you might have gotten the wrong one, Masashi.
That's right. He's the type of guy to buy the second volume when you ask him to get a book.
Oh, right, I remember that. So you just went to buy it yourself?
That's right. Oh, come on, just forget about that already. It was so long ago.
Oh, were you guys headed somewhere?
We were going to go outside for a walk. You want to come with, Ayumi?
Do you mind, Fumiya?
Of course not. Man, being outside feels so good. Your body gets really stiff if you stay inside, you know. I know, right? Apparently this whole week is gonna be sunny, so we should come out here tomorrow, too. Thanks, but you're busy with school, aren't you? I am, but it'll be over before it gets dark, and the school's not so far from here, so it's fine. I quit my part-time job when my dad got hospitalized. Luckily, my dad had savings, so we're currently living off of that. And I even have the money I was saving up to start living alone.
Dang, I can't make it before visiting hour ends. So, the next time I'll be able to meet you is after 4 days.
You're coming here again in 4 days?
Of course. I'll bring a new book by then too, so be sure to finish this one until then.
Oh, man, I gotta get started right now then. I might start reading a book too.
You should start with children's books, Masashi.
What's that supposed to mean, huh? You guys really get along well, huh? I really wanted to see you guys' wedding ceremony, and maybe my grandchild. Hey, Dad! I cut Dad off there, not because of how he's kind of starting to give up treating his cancer, but because he thinks that Ayumi and I are getting married. We're not even dating. I mean, I would like to date her, but we've been friends for a long time now, and I wouldn't want to ruin this relationship of ours by making moves on her. Jeez, Masashi, you have to grow up, man. Come on, Dad.
He's right, Masashi.
Time waits for no one. I'm really feeling that saying right now, you know. So don't live a life with regret, and take action. All right, Ayumi-chan, please take good care of Masashi.
You can count on me, Famuya.
Isn't it supposed to be the opposite? After we said goodbye to my dad, I asked her about what my dad said today on our way home. Hey, about the thing Dad was talking about earlier.
Oh, about the wedding ceremony and his grandchild?
Yeah.
When should we do it?
What?
I'm just kidding. But I honestly do think I'd like to marry you one day in the future, Masashi.
Are you for real? I thought you were just playing along because my dad said so.
Don't be stupid. I told the truth because your dad was there, you know?
That day, my wish to get with her has finally come true. But I'm honestly kinda embarrassed to tell my dad. I guess I'll tell him later. I walked Ayumi to her house and headed back to mine. I'm back!
You're late. Were you at the hospital visiting your father again?
She said as she took off her jacket. I'm guessing she just came back home too. That's right.
Oh, all right.
Satoko-san told me that she went to visit Dad this morning. But I haven't heard anything like that from my dad today. Maybe he was just hiding it because he knew I wasn't too fond of Satoko-san, but now that I think about it, the flower vase water wasn't changed, and Dad always asks me or Ayumi for favors. Is she really visiting him? She's been going out a lot in the morning recently, too.
Hey, did you cook any food, by the way?
What?
I'm talking about dinner. I'm really hungry, you know.
You didn't get food outside today?
I was going to, but the person I was going to meet didn't come, so I didn't.
I didn't want her nagging me later, so I decided to cook her food as I made mine. Ever since my dad left the house and got hospitalized, Satoko-san became even more selfish than ever. Why'd you marry this kind of person, Dad? She's clearly just using you. The next morning, I found Satoko-san leaving the house with a huge suitcase. Where are you going with such big luggage?
Fumiya-san's place, of course.
Even if you go now, they won't let you meet him. Are you sure? Plus, he's got everything he needs right now.
He asked me to bring some stuff yesterday.
Satoko-san just left with her high heels on. She was wearing fancy clothes, too. There's no way she's going to the hospital. I decided to follow after Satoko-san. A bullet train station?
Sorry I'm late.
Hey, Satoko-san! Who the heck is that guy? Is he Satoko-san's brother? Wait, no. I'm sure she doesn't have any siblings.
Yeah, my husband's been hospitalized recently, so I can move freely. I was a bit annoyed when my son asked me where I was going this morning, though.
Are you sure it's fine?
I don't think he has a clue. Well, even if he did, my husband's going to die soon anyway, so I won't be related to my son anymore. I just want his inheritance.
She's having an affair? You married him for his money, huh?
Well, that's not the only reason. But he did buy me a lot of stuff, so I was trying not to notice the age difference, but he's 20 years older. I couldn't help but notice how old he is.
She's just after his money then.
And I didn't want to take care of him myself. So I was going to leave him, but the doctor said he's only going to live for a year, so I thought it's not worth leaving him right now, you know?
If you get any inheritance, give some to me, all right?
Of course. Let's build a house together.
Man, she's way worse than I thought. Oh crap, I'm gonna be late for my class. I rushed back home, grabbed my stuff, and ran off outside and went to school. During class, I was just thinking about whether I should tell Dad what I saw today or not. Man, I came to the hospital before I was able to make up my mind. Normally, I would have just told him straight up, but he's ill right now and I don't want to give him any stress. Maybe not knowing this is better off for him. I should just tell him when he gets better, but there's no way I can allow her to get my dad's inheritance. When I went inside Dad's room, I found him sleeping on the bed. When he was at home, I didn't think anything much about his sleeping face, but now I'm a bit worried. He's breathing properly and his pulse seems fine too. There's a new flower in the vase. Why? Ayumi said she's not visiting today, and his co-workers should still be at work, and his company is far from here, so I doubt they would come during lunch break either. Could it be Satoko-san? Did I mistake her with another person this morning? Your mother did that. What? Oh, Dad, you're awake. I heard your footsteps and woke up. I mean, didn't I tell you to wake me up when you're here? I thought you should get some rest when you can, you know? I'll be able to rest peacefully soon anyway. I just want to enjoy my time with you while I'm still alive. You're saying that again? So did Satoko-san come here earlier? Not that mother. I'm talking about your real mother. I honestly didn't expect her to come. She really came to visit you? When Dad got hospitalized, I called my mom and told her about it. Yeah, I thought she wouldn't want to see the face of a man who was too busy to make time for the family. I asked why she came, and she said, it's because you raised Masashi all by yourself. And she even told me that she would come visit me again. Man, she's such an unpredictable woman. I can't tell what she's thinking at all. He smiled, like back when my mom was still there and we were having dinner all together. By the way, did something happen to Satoko? I heard you talking to yourself just now. Oh, the thing is, just spit it out. I'm pretty sure I know. She was having an affair, Dad. I knew it. She hasn't come to see me ever since I came here. Well, I can't blame her. I'm way too old for her. I'd feel much better if she would start a new life without me. Why? That woman just wants your inheritance, you know? The only reason she's not divorcing you is because she wants your inheritance. Divorce, huh? Masashi, there's something I really need to tell you. Can you hear your father out for one last time? Don't say it's your last time, Dad. Dad told me something that he's been hiding from me. And frankly, it was very shocking to say the least. But at the same time, I realized how much my mom and Dad loved me and cared about me. I actually have something to tell you too, Dad. You started dating Ayumi-chan, right? What? How did you know that? I could tell just by looking at your face. Looking at his smile, it felt like he was proud of me. His condition suddenly deteriorated after the day I went to visit him, and 3 months later, he departed to heaven. I finally started working and became old enough to start drinking. How could this happen? I'm really sad that I couldn't get a drink together with him. Because of Dad's request, the funeral was held just between his relatives. I saw Satoko-san crying her eyes out too, but I know the only reason she was crying was because she was happy. After a few days, when the funeral and all the paperwork was done, Satoko-san called me after reading the will my dad left us.
Hey, why does it say here that the inheritance is split with your girlfriend as well? I'll receive less money then.
It's his money. If he wanted to split it with her, you have no right to say otherwise. He said he was going to give a part of his inheritance to Ayumi. Because she took care of him when he was in the hospital, Ayumi didn't want to take it at first. But in the end, she decided to respect his wish and accept his offer.
How much is she taking?
That has nothing to do with you.
Then at least give the money from your share. If anything, I should be getting all the money, you know. But the law says otherwise, so... Then can you just get out of this house already? I can't stand you.
All right, well, I was going to move out tomorrow anyway. We'll definitely be taking our share of the inheritance, precisely.
Alrighty then, you do your thing. I'll be off on my 3-day vacation now, so you better clean up your stuff until I come back.
I started packing my stuff and getting ready to move out for the following day. I moved into my new house and was unpacking my stuff. All right, I guess I'm done with most of it.
Mama Suzuki, don't you think a big sofa in here would be nice?
Yeah, that would be great. Come on, Masashi, let's go get one.
What, right now? Ayumi and I decided to live together at my place, but because of Ayumi's request, my mom moved in with us too. This house was actually the previous house of my mom and my uncle, but it was left without a resident, so that's why I moved in. Oh, it's Satoko-san. Hello?
Where the heck are you right now?
What do you mean, where? I'm at my new house. You literally told me to get out.
What happened to all the stuff in the house? Why is it gone? Plus the electricity and gas is stopped. What's going on?
I told you that we'll be taking our share of the inheritance, remember?
What? There's no way you could take all of that to yourself. There was a bunch of expensive watches and items he owned, remember?
Yeah, I do. So what?
Well, just for your information, those counted as inheritance as well. Plus, your share of the inheritance is much less than mine, you know.
You really don't know the law, do you? You're acting like you were his wife, but you guys didn't sign any papers, so you guys weren't officially married. My dad revealed this information to me on the last day I spoke with him. The fact is, Satoko-san was his common-law partner and never an official wife to him. I was too young to know this back then and thought that my mom and dad had a divorce because my mom moved out and started living separately. But apparently they made a promise not to get a divorce until I became an adult. And so I met Satoko-san a few years later without knowing that my mom and dad were still married. And the fact that Satoko-san's family name is Suzuki was just a coincidence, which played a huge role in convincing me. So I just thought Satoko-san married my dad and never doubted it. So to wrap it all up, Satoko-san is neither my stepmother or my dad's wife.
So what about it? We've lived together for a long time. We're basically family.
Family? Don't make me laugh. You were just leeching off of my dad. Anyway, you have no legal rights to claim any of my dad's inheritance. So, yeah. Did you really think you can get any of my dad's inheritance without marrying him? Gee, how stupid are you?
What the heck? Actually, now that you're an adult, they should be divorced by now. That makes absolutely no sense.
Nope, my mom never turned in the divorce certificate.
What? Then your mother is after his inheritance too.
Don't talk bad about my mom. Plus, my dad was very thankful to my mom before he passed away. She actually took care of him, unlike your ungrateful self. Not only that, he actually canceled getting a divorce with her. I can't thank her enough for all of the things she's done for me. I want to give her my inheritance officially, he said. So my mom decided to take it and use the money for our new house. And Satoko-san, my dad also knew about your affairs, so he said he didn't want to give you a single dollar.
I felt really lonely. When Fumiya-san got hospitalized, I was really lonely and...
Wow, you're really going to act like a victim now? Anyway, there's nothing you can say to change this situation now. Oh, and the house you're using right now? It's rental. And I'm going to be giving it away the day after tomorrow, so get out.
What? Where do you expect me to live then?
I don't give a damn. How about you live with your boyfriend? You guys are going to build a house together, right?
The thing is, he was married too, and his wife found out about us and... They didn't get divorced or anything, but I was asked to pay her consolation money, so... Masashi-kun, you're really the only person I can turn to right now. You have to help me!
Do you really expect me to pay that for you? You gotta be out of your mind. I'm really glad a person like you wasn't my actual mother.
Please, can't you just lend me some money?
Just go ask some underground lending companies if you're that desperate. And so, I just blocked her number. We're strangers now, after all.
Are you all right?
Of course, I'm fine. I'm feeling better than ever.
You must have gone through a lot. I'm sorry for leaving you and causing trouble to you, Masashi.
It's already in the past, Mom. Plus, I'm happy to be able to live with you again and talk about our memories with Dad, you know. It's all that matters to me now. After a while, I heard news that Satoko-san started working at a red light district. I guess she's going after rich old guys again, but man, she never learns her lesson, does she? 4 years after that, Ayumi and I finally got married. Of course, I made a seat for my dad to sit at. I couldn't show him this while he was still alive, but I'm sure he's watching from heaven and happy for me right now.